November 2019 was a good month for gamers, and one of the big releases people were looking forward to was Death Stranding. This game has been an enigma to people since E3 2016 when we first saw Norman Reedus naked on a beach with a baby and a bunch of dead marine animals. But with more information coming out about the A-list cast and mystery story, people were excited. I know I was very excited, so I picked up this game and now we're going to see where it ranks on my list. The story of Death Stranding is something people have been excited to explore for a long time. Hideo Kojima is known for his stories from the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and now that he's solo, I know I was curious on how this would turn out. There were some great story trailers that came out, but I actually avoided most of them to try and keep everything fresh for me. Overall, I'd say the story did really well in building upon itself. I enjoyed how characters such as Deadman and Hartman, among others, would be able to give detailed explanations of what was going on. This was also done in a way that didn't seem clunky. Cutscenes were engaging and really helped sell these characters to me. All the main cast of characters got their own moment to shine and really build themselves up, while at the same time building more lore into the world that you're exploring. All of this is of course just a background to your main mission, reconnect the United Cities of America, or UCA. Overall, I really love the story and I think the content deserves 71 points. As I mentioned, the main mission in this game is to connect the UCA from coast to coast. This obviously involves quite a bit of travel, and you also get the fun job of becoming a UPS delivery man at the same time. All jokes aside, you are carrying packages from spot to spot in order to get people supplies they need and get them to sign up to be a part of the UCA. What I really enjoy about this is the various terrain and obstacles you have to deal with to get from A to B. Sometimes you might need to climb a mountain, other times there may be a large gap to pass over. You get various items to help along the way, but two big helps are vehicles and roads. At certain points in the game, you'll get access to a couple of vehicles, and they can be really helpful until you reach terrain that you really can't get over. The quote-unquote easiest way to handle this is to build roads. Effectively, you bring a bunch of materials to a machine, and it will build part of a road. It's going to take you some time, however, to collect enough materials to accomplish this. You may even need to ask for some help. The only item I would say is kind of annoying in this game is the amount of backtracking it has. At certain story beats, it does feel like you go back and forth between the same couple of locations a lot. I'd rather go see something new. With all of this in mind, I feel confident giving the travel in this game 79 points. I want to take a beat here to describe the graphics and the music in this game. Starting with the graphics, there isn't much to say except they're exceptional. This is one of those games where you look around and what you see, you can pretty much get to. The characters are all carefully crafted, even ones you only see via holograms maybe 2 or 3 times. It definitely helps, I'm sure, that there aren't that many characters in the game, but I still appreciate the effort. The other thing I want to mention with graphics is when characters call you, you'll sometimes see a cool polygonal version of them, which I really enjoy. The music in this game is sparse but effective. You can play it whenever you want, but from my experience, I waited until the tracks auto-played, and so the music overall was really good. In forms of other audio, whenever timefall occurred, the ambiance noise was spectacular, and that's only one example of the incredible ambiance audio in this game. Overall, I want to give graphics and music 91 points. The overall theme of this game is connection. You're trying to connect the different areas to the UCA. You're trying to form connections with various people. And you're connected to the internet, which means other players. In this game, you're able to set up various structures and items to try and make your deliveries and travel easier. Other players are able to make these structures and items too, and in your game, there will be times where you can see the other players' creations. There are times where this is extremely helpful, like if you lose your last ladder, but someone else has already built a bridge. Or if you don't think you can deliver a lost item, but another player set up a post box you can put it in. On top of that, if you're trying to build a structure but need more components, there's a possibility that other players can help you. Remember those roads I mentioned earlier? Yeah, you can get help with that. This just scratches the surface on being connected with other players and what that can do, but I highly recommend you find out yourself to the full extent. I love this connection and want to give it 88 points. Totaling everything up with story at 71 points, travel at 79, here in C we got at 91 points, then the connection we have at 88 points. We have a total of 329 points. This puts it number 3 in my list so far, and I think that's a spot it rightfully deserves. The game is honestly an amazing game, I'm really glad that I was able to get through it and, play through, see the whole story. I can see myself continuing to pick up this game in the future, maybe try to get the Platinum Trophy, and in general, just keep completing orders and keeping the UCA stocked and happy. But with all that being said, I'm RedWolf Player. Please subscribe to check out more of my reviews, and thank you guys so much for watching today, and I hope you have a good one.